So Yellow Flash just did a video on this a couple of hours ago. It's funny, this guy, Korean, I guess, a few years back, 2018, he was making fun of Western game developers and the way in which they take all their directives from social media, particularly Twitter and Tumblr. Let's see. Yellow Flash didn't watch the video. He checked out some screenshots, and I think it's Senkuku or Sankuro complex. I'm familiar with them, but I'll check out that as well. But first, I wanted to watch this.
지미, 내가 엄청난 걸 만들었어.
또 뭔 개망작을 만들었길래 호들갑이야 호들갑.
이번엔 진짜야. 이건 무조건 돼.
무슨 게임인데?
일단 얘가 주인공인데 얘가 태어날 때부터 힘이 존나 세서.
잠깐만.
어?
왜 백인 남자야?
왜 백인 남자냐니?
흑인일 수도 있고 동양인일 수도 있잖아.
아니 그거야 백인 남자가.
요즘 유저들이 얼마나 민감한데 아직도 그딴 구시대적인 발상으로 게임을 만들겠다는 거야? 그야말로 인종의 다양성을 묵살해버린 시대착오적인 발상이야. 이렇게 만들었다간 대박은커녕.
알았어. 흑인으로 하면 될 거 아니야.
네. 그리고 언제까지 남자는 전사, 여자는 힐러나 마법사 같은 보조 역할을 해야 하는 거야?
그거야 남자가 인체 구조상 힘이 더.
너보다 힘센 여자가 없다는 거야 지금?
이게.
Now, the part here where he's talking about why does the woman always be, a sub character like a witch or a healer is funny in light of He-Man and how they redid the show to make Tila and Evelyn more important than they needed to be for the purposes of the show. Like, He-Man is about He-Man, and everybody else are supporting characters, and that's fine. The story has a focus. It's not an insult to Tila or Evelyn that they're not more important than He-Man and Skeletor, because that's just how it is. They have a role to play. The show, it wasn't made for girls, it was made for boys. If girls want to watch the show, that's fine. And they'll just accept that, there's plenty of cool characters a lot of people like. There's scene stealer characters, there's just comic relief characters that some people may find annoying or like, but everybody has a role to play. And it's not a class thing. It's really just, okay, the main character is this warrior dude. And then, maybe there's a love interest, and then they're friends, whatever. But it's not, again, it's not an insult. It's not degrading women if this show, for boys, has a male lead character. And there's a sense from Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe, the sense every time they talk about it is that Tila, Evelyn, the female characters are real people who were being shit on when the first series came out. And so now it's time to redress the balance and take care of them in a way that really they never needed it to. But anyway.
그럼 바꿔. 네. 그리고 체형도 마음에 안 들어. 왜 역해는 꼭 날씬하고 글래머러스해야 되는 건데?
그거야 남자 유저들이 많으니까.
이 게임을 남자만 했으면 좋겠어?
아니 그건 아니지.
그럼 바꿔. 네.
이제
Jesus.
됐냐?
한결 낫네. 스토리는 뭐야?
저 주인공이 사랑하는 사람과 함께 마왕을 물리치.
사랑하는 사람이 있다고?
응.
설마 이성애자는 아니겠지?
그게 또 뭐가 문제인데?
요즘 성소수자들 입지가 얼마나 강해지고 있는데 그걸 뭘?
알았어, 알았다고. 바꾸면 될 거 아니야.
네. 그리고 지구인인 것도 마음에 안 들어. 이 우주엔 우리 말고도 얼마나 다양한 종족들이 많아. 왜 외계인들이 우리처럼 팔다리가 있다고 생각하지?
Okay, so this part where the guy is talking about he doesn't like the fact that these are human characters and there should be an alien character. It's funny to me because I was going to make a video about, and I still might, how you see so many articles. I guess they're just clickbait articles. These SJW articles from Screen Rant, Game Rant, Kotaku, were constantly, if a game focuses on a white male lead, straight white male lead, every fucking time the article will say why it's important to now make a female only lead for a game. Like, I think there was like Far Cry 6, they're talking about don't even make a male character lead. Force everybody to play as a female character lead. There's no reason for it. There's no need to do that. Everybody should have a choice. But these people are so fucking insane and sociopathic that they really act like it's a virtue to say things like everybody should be forced to play as a female character. And the fact that these stupid large companies that are making billions of dollars and understand who their audience is, kowtow and bow to these fucking stupid idiots who are literally ruining the sales of their games. They fucked over The Last of Us Part 2 because of shit like that. Marvel Comics is in the toilet. DC is in the toilet because of a lot of these stupid decisions. And when people come out and say, hey, look, our base really just likes this, they get attacked. Instead of people saying, yeah, you can attack me all you want to. I'm trying to make money. I've got a fucking business. I got customers who want to see strong male leads, hot chicks being cool and badass, and not all this nonsense that focuses on things besides the adventure. So yeah, Gamer Rant did one where they want the next Star Wars Fallen Order to star an alien, and they're like, why it must star an alien character now? It's like, you're not even a fucking alien, and you're now demanding that the next game in a popular series must star an alien character.
그건 너무 인간 중심적인 편협한 사고방식 아니야? 팔다리가 없으면 무조건 슬라임이 돼야 하는 너의 그 틀에 박힌 사고방식도 마음에 안 들어. 돌처럼 딱딱해질 수도 있잖아. 돌이 왜 꼭 회색일 거라고 생각하는 구식 보라색이 성소수자들을 대표하는 색깔. 돌에 팔다리가 없다는 편견을 버려. 팔다리가 꼭 한 쌍이어야만 되는데 어디로 쌀 건데 전기가 있을 거라는 생각은 안 해봤어? 외계인이 똥을 쌀 거라고 생각으로 외계인으로 속옷이 아니라 갑옷 그런 갑옷밖에 생각 못하는 거야? 왜 또 그 저리야 좀더 이해하게 생각하는 애들 때문에 게임을 바로 이거야. 완벽해. 이건 무조건 대박 날 거야. 아, 마지막으로 이 게임이 대박 나서 중국에 투자를 받을 수도 있으니까 중국인들이 좋아할 만한 포인트를 넣어야지. 비켜봐.
이 씨발놈아.
좋았어. 자, 이제 이 게임을 홍보해야겠지.
Alright, so I'm not advertising for this, whatever the hell this is. Alright. So what was funny about that too, you know, besides everything, but I mean, as far as like how well this little video points out how insane this SJW bullshit, these mandates on games and art or entertainment, it's that how commanding that guy sounded. Like, I don't picture any of the people in the West saying, why would you want to make it like this? Why would you? I see it more like, well, you know, we really can't have the characters so sexualized. It's very degrading and insulting. They probably have people just sitting next to them with notepads going, we can't do this, we can't do that. That's another reason why that game company with all the white guys in that photo, they probably have other staff that they just wasn't in the photo for one reason or another. But as far as the actual game development goes, they're probably smart not to get anybody else in on it, because you're going to have people who say, okay, here's our sexy warrior character. That's what I was talking about in my other video. Well, why does she have to be so slender and so sexualized? Why don't we make her look more realistic? Yellow Flash was showing, I guess, I don't know, there's a Reddit that I have never heard of, a Reddit thread or whatever you call it, excuse me, where you have, I guess, people showcasing men drawing women, and thousands of years of men drawing, painting, sculpting women, and you have these mindless, brainless sociopaths who just sit all day on fucking Twitter complaining, don't have a fucking job, can't get a fucking job, and they're whining and complaining about a woman having a curvy body, or a man, like a men are just perverts, they like to draw attractive women. It's like, what is wrong with you fucking people? And that they're the ones being taken seriously. They're not buying this shit. They don't care about this shit. They just see it. It just comes into the view. They're on their what you call it? What is that word for shipping? They're on their shipping characters from Riverdale or something, and then one of their friends happens to see somebody on Tumblr complaining about Mary Jane or something, and then all of a sudden they're experts on what comic books should look like and how men shouldn't be allowed to draw women because this is ridiculous. They should all be drawn like that. Whole thing, it's so ridiculous. A lot of them, anti-religious, anti-religion, but they sound just like, Christian fundamentalists or Islamic fundamentalists or whatever when they complain about how women are portrayed in media. It's absolutely fucking insane, and they make such a big deal about it. And they act weird too. They act like, how do they think they got here? Like sex is just a fundamental thing. Do you think people just rut like animals? They don't have any kind of, and then I shouldn't even insult animals like that. They don't have any appreciation for the act or the appreciation of being attracted to somebody. I mean, they slob all day on like Tom Hiddleston, but I guess because he's usually fully dressed, it's not a problem. But if guys talk about, how hot ScarJo is or whatever, they're the worst men and worst people in the world, and they're creepy and weird. It's fucking stupid. These people are fucking sociopaths, and these corporations and these companies, the developers that are making video games, making comic books, need to stop listening to them and taking their complaints seriously. They're always going to fucking complain about something. Doesn't matter what your intentions are. Doesn't matter how nobody really cares. Like, it's not a big deal when they see Mary Jane sitting on a fucking couch with coffee in her hand, looking sad over Peter Parker going out and having an adventure. Nobody looks at that and starts immediately jacking off. And if they were, even if people were looking at that and jacking off, it's nobody else's business for them to worry about being grossed out and offended because somebody finds a male drawing a woman's physique attractive or something. It makes no fucking sense, and people have to stop treating it like it does make sense, like there's something wrong. These people love to shame people for the dumbest fucking things. Well, let's go look at this a little bit more closely on, I think it's Sankaku. Let me go check it out. And we're back. All I did was, I'm just going to cut till we get to this point. So I'm on Sankaku Complex. This is what Yellow Flash was looking at when he talked about this video. Korean animator mocks political correctness of Western developers. Political correctness is kind of interesting, only in the sense that it seems like it's gone beyond just political correctness. It's something much more insidious and insane about the way in which people complain about busty characters. Was it Hero High or Hero Hey? How do you pronounce his name? He was showing how people will assume that anybody who likes Mizaki-chan are racists, homophobes, or whatever, just because they don't like the fact that it's an attractive character, that straight men like her and her big boobs or whatever. And the thing is, again, with even Mizaki-chan, she looks hot, whatever, she's got big boobs, whatever, she got a cute little face, got that funny smile with the weird little fang or whatever. But the anime ones that I've seen is she's very cute and adorable and funny and fun. Excuse me, and there's like sexy bits like when she's sitting on that little massage chair or whatever. But you could appreciate it for a lot of things, like just like the way she rants and goes nuts at one point. I can't believe that I forgot what it was she was ranting about. She went crazy. Oh, her love for, was it the Choco Mint ice cream, and how the dude, the main male lead, was like, I don't like Choco Mint, it tastes like peppermint or something like that, or mouthwash or something like that. And she goes fucking nuts. That shit's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, there's something inherently and deeply unsettled about these people. They take sex from straight men, particularly straight white men. They don't talk about any other men usually. It's just straight white men, and turn it into something that, everybody's covered in it though. Just because they say straight white men, you could be black like me. You could be black, you could be Mexican, Latin, whatever, and you can want or enjoy the same thing, but you're all covered. So if you go online and say, no, look, it's not that big of a deal, we like it, we like attractive women, but this has nothing to do, like, this is not impacting how I treat women in real life or what I think about women. It's just, I like to see, a visual medium. I just like this. It's nothing to do with anybody else. And why are you making this a personal issue and acting like it's the worst thing in the world? Like, there's nothing going on. Like the whole thing. I saw a tweet where this guy said he was told that male gaze is, when they treat see people as objects, whereas the female gaze see people as people. It's like, how do you just make that declaration? How do you just say, oh, no, yeah, men, when they look at women, they just see an object. But women, when they slob and slurp over Todd Hiddleston, or Tom, I forgot the poor guy's name, Tom Hiddleston, they still see him as a person. You know, that's all. They see him as a person. So the female gaze is different than the male gaze. Fuck off. But anyway, okay, so let's see. All of these are hideous, just absolutely hideous. The only difference is the way the hair is put up, and I guess the the weapon. But this is Abby. This is basically Abby. Perfect. This is a definite hit. And meanwhile, they've destroyed The Last of Us Part 2 or The Last of Us as a franchise. That's why they're immediately going back to a fucking remake. Because they know they're done. They can't go any further. I think they think by the time the remake comes out, they can go forward with The Last of Us 3, and people won't care as much about Last of Us 2. Why is he a white character? See, the thing about this doesn't just affect new characters that are being made. This is affecting Superman. It's going to affect Fantastic Four. Like, I'm essentially done with superhero adaptations. Yeah, there's not going to be anything good from them because of the way these people think now. Even if they didn't care, though it seems like they're hiring people who like this shit too. Like, in other words, say J.J. Abrams says, I'm only doing this because I know social media wants me to do it. But no, he might be somebody who says, yeah, why not have a black Superman? Or whoever's in Marvel, Kevin Feige or somebody going, you know what, the Fantastic Four is too white. Let's make Ben Grimm black. So now you're going to call the black man the Thing. And Ugly Rock Monster. And then maybe we'll have Johnny and Sue as Latinx characters. So it's going to be fucked up. He could be African American or Asian. Alright, so you saw this pretty much in the video, and like I said, Yellow Flash went over this too. I just want to kind of slow it down a little bit since the video went by fast. But it's basically, the same thing. How come the man is always a warrior and woman is a sub like healer and witch? See, that's not even good enough for them. Like, in other words, not good enough in the sense that she's black, she's, strong looking, she's ready to go, too sexy, she's too attractive, she still appeals to the male gaze. Now, if you have people out in the world who are not your customers, not your fucking audience, telling you you can't make products designed to appeal to your target audience, would you listen to them? In a capitalist society, would you say, money is not important enough to me than these psychopaths' feelings on Twitter? So you know what? They're right. This character is too attractive and not covered up enough. You could tell she has breasts and possibly buttocks back here. So we're going to, like what they did with Tila, they put like this couch seat in front of her chest. And they gave her arms like fucking Lou Ferrigno. And we're back. I had to cut. I started, my brain locked up when I was trying to explain. Because here he goes. Why are all women characters so slim and glamorous? And I was trying to say, well, never mind. But anyway, this idea that I saw something on Twitter a month or two ago. Some woman was complaining about how Hollywood in the 30s and 40s created an unrealistic standard for women or something. It's like, nobody told you to try to follow that standard, stupid. You're supposed to just appreciate it from afar and enjoy the story and enjoy the aesthetics. Nobody told you got to try to match up with a Hollywood starlet, you fucking idiots. But they keep putting that blame on media. Now, I understand, marketing will try to get you to feel bad about yourself so you could buy products. But everybody is aware of that now. So this idea that because you've got a hot, sexy character that's glamorous in a game or an anime or a comic book that appeals to men somehow affects the way women feel about their bodies and stuff, they can go fuck themselves. And they also can fuck themselves about this idea that, guys who look like this it matters that they care that they want a woman looking like this. It's like most of them not going to get a woman looking like this unless they pay for it. Which if they're going to pay for it, that's fine. But this whole thing that you incels stop liking sexy fake women. It's like if you're not going to fuck these guys anyway, don't worry about what they're into. Is he heterosexual any chance? I guess he means. Well, yeah, I guess I mean, it's. I guess it's a she still. Do you know how LGBTQs are having stronger opinion these days? Louder. It's like the trans thing I was talking about in another video. It dominates the conversation in every type of media now, where they're not that large a part of a population where that they have to feel, it's not the trans people a lot of times themselves, it's these activists who decide they're going to pick on any kind of show and make it an issue, make gender theory an issue when it's really not. It's like, just shut up and enjoy the show, or not. Stop acting like every show has to have these elements. It's like not every meal needs salt or whatever. Why do I think? Never mind. It was something about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a book. I think it's called As Beef Loves Salt, or As Meat Loves Salt. Great book. Speaking of LGBTQ story. Don't you think it's too man-oriented? How? What man is interested in this? So like I said, you already saw the video. I didn't realize Sun Kong Complex was this horny, which is fine with me. I'm gonna sign up with them or something and check some of this shit out. But yeah, that's it. All my little, even though this was just gonna be something to just check something out, I thought was interesting. I could add some more of my rants about the way people act. How prudish people have become. I guess people have always been prudish, especially in America. And it's important to fight back against it, because they go overboard and acted like just because somebody finds someone attractive, it causes problems for society. And they do that because, well, it's funny, they do that, and it's like they're no better than Christian fundamentalists or Eve teasers in India or whatever. But maybe we'll get into that some other day. I don't want to. It doesn't matter what I don't want to do right now. Take care.